The Beehive Sports Podcast is powered by Swing Juice. Visit swingjuice.com. Use promo code Beehive20, 20% off your golf and MLB PA apparel. After a 2 week or 1 week break, I guess. It's been 2 weeks.
I don't know how
It's
you
been 2
qualify
weeks.
it. Yeah, it's been 2
whatever.
weeks. Yeah.
It's been 2 weeks. We're back, episode 14 of season 2. We're going to get through local shout outs. Briefly talk about the NBA and Stanley Cup finals. Not much to talk about on this show as far as that stuff goes, but a few notes I made. Then we're going to get into the PGA responding to Live Golf, which I thought was pretty comical, so we'll get to that. Sports history, I'm giving you 3 fast facts. Father's Day edition. Things that sting, we got Deshaun Watson, Brittany Griner updates, a couple pro athletes arrested, and then I got 10 quick stories to go through in the rundown. And in my hive, we're going to do our first ever post-game press conference. So Ty Bryan, who is they just finished their game probably about 25 minutes ago. Nick's been giving me updates. I don't know. It was like they won like 21-0 or something like that.
I just saw that on Facebook. I wondered if it was the same team. Yeah, fully beat down.
Yeah, so Ty's going to come on and give a post-game press conference. So he'll be on in 40 minutes or so. Let's get going.
Welcome to the Beehive Sports Podcast. Here are your hosts, Joe and Sketty.
The opening buzz brought to you by Busch Light. Busch Light Apple is back on the shelves, and they just announced this is its final year. So rumor mill is that peach is the next flavor they're going to try.
Ooh.
Rumor mill. I don't know that for sure. That's unconfirmed sources. I mean, I'd try it.
Anything Busch Light, I'd try.
Correct. So again, Busch Light Apple back, but it's limited time. And last year, allegedly, I'm sure it'll be one of those things that makes a comeback 10 years from now. But as for now, they're saying it's last year it's available. So get it while it's hot. Please drink responsibly. Reminder to the audio listeners, live shows broadcasted on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter. Give us a follow and a subscribe on those outlets. Again, Facebook, clearly our most active page. We do have a Twitter and an Instagram. We just don't use them a lot because there's just not a lot of people on them. If we get more followers, obviously we'll start utilizing those a little bit more. And YouTube, if you have it on your phone, just search us, give us a subscribe. It's good for the show. It makes people think that we have listeners, False bill of goods, perhaps. Yeah. So anyways, took a week off. There's a little bit of a scheduling conflict, also a little bit of a lack of content. There wasn't really a whole lot going on.
Yeah.
So it was a smooth, week to be able to take off. I did get to celebrate my first Father's Day, which was cool.
How'd that go?
It was, I got my Father's Day gift was a pair of socks with Asher's face on them, which was, I loved them. Yep. I actually wore them that day, and Devin was surprised. She didn't think I was going to put them on that quickly. But I did. First Father's Day, I had to. Yeah, but I ate good, relaxed, hung out with the kid. It was fun.
Excellent. Good.
So with all that said, we are going to cruise into the show tonight. As I said, we have a baseball player from the, I believe, 8U boys minors coming on. So like bedtime shit, like we can't be too late tonight. We have to get him in here. It's I don't want him to, well, maybe he wants to stay up past his bedtime. I don't know. Local shout outs. We're going to get right into them. First local shout out I want to give is to my neighbor Taylor. As she calls me Neighbor Joe, so I call her Neighbor Taylor. Taylor Swanson made her Erie Frost 9U travel softball debut this weekend. So Tim's been working really hard with her. She's been putting in, she's like growing to be a little bit like just in love with the sport of softball. So she's working real hard. I was very proud of her that she'd been practicing with this travel team for about a month, and finally they gave her the nod that she was suiting up for this past weekend. So she got into a couple games, did some pinch running, had a couple at bats. So just wanted to kind of give her a little bit of a small message, just because, I like to boost her up. You have to remember, neighbor Taylor is the one who, when she got her cell phone, Tim said, "Hey, I need to, I'm going to put your number in her phone just in case, like, emergency, next door neighbor, she can get a hold of you." Fine.
Yep.
And then I started randomly, like, out of nowhere, getting like Bills gifts sent to me, Buffalo Bills gifts, and it would be like, "Go Bills." And when it first came through, I didn't know whose number it came from, so I didn't respond. And Tim's like, "You really pissed Taylor off yesterday." I'm like, "How?" "Well, she said she texted you and you never wrote back to her." So no, Taylor's really cool, but she's working hard. So Taylor, I just, keep reminding yourself, you did all the hard work to make the roster. Now you just continue the hard work and earn your playing time. So you earned your spot. Now you earned your playing time. So just keep at it. Very proud of you. Next up, Olivia Hoffman, Riley Bowers, kicking ass at Ida down in Tennessee. Riley brings home the national championship. Olivia, 8th in the nation out of 30 kids in her class. So that's pretty cool. 2 Warren County kids going out into the big world and showing people what they got. So congrats to Olivia and Riley. Alana Stewart named the D9 and 10 sports.com D10 softball rookie of the year after posting a 12-4 record on the mound, 2.19 ERA, 138 strikeouts in 107 innings pitched.
It's pretty good.
Pretty solid. Yeah. And on top of
Pretty
that,
good.
so couple of that with the fact she hit 464, 4 homers and 14 ribbies. So she had, I would like to know who was like in the running with her for that award, because that's some pretty nasty stats. She put up a good season. So while we're on, the high school ball playing sports, we got baseball region all-star honors. Brock English and Cole Chapman of Eisenhower made region 3. Matt DeSimon. Is it DeSimon? DeSimeone?
I have no idea. This one I can't help you out with.
I know. I need to contact Blum because I'm pretty sure that's Celesta's last name. Maybe they're related. I don't know. But he would be able to do that one for me. Usually I text Brian Hagberg whenever I can't pronounce anybody's last name or something, because like I have one coming up in softball I'm going to completely butcher. So we'll just do that now. JT Blum, also Warren Area High School Region 5 All-Star honors. Congratulations to all you guys. Great seasons. Softball Region All-Stars. Alex Lytle, Katie Madigan, Lexi Hoffman, Alana Stewart, Carly Beers, all from Warren. So 5 All-Stars in Region 5 from the Warren girls softball. This is the one that's going to kill me. Tracy Jakubczak. I got nothing on that one. But congratulations, Tracy. So she did she's also Eisenhower. Her and Kaylee Morrison, Region 2, both made All-Stars. So 7 girls in the county, 4 boys in the county, all make, Region All-Stars. Pretty cool. So it's an easy shout out to do. So this is the one I was really excited for. So I'm about to give a shout out that never in a million years would I have thought I'd be giving any kudos to this individual, but here I am.
Oh boy.
County Commissioner Jeff Eggleston.
Oh boy.
Farm Colony Redevelopment Project. Did you read about this?
I did not.
Okay, so he's proposing that they do a redevelopment of the farm colony with a target groundbreaking date in 2024. Essentially, the DCNR had a grant for a feasibility study for the Grunderville landfill site. It seemed, from the way I perceived it, it's basically these guys thought, well, you know what, that's not really a great place to use that grant. So they asked if they could shift it to a feasibility study of what it would cost to or to make a plan for the redevelopment of the farm colony. So, and apparently it's been they were like, yeah, you can do that. So we'll shift the funds over to this. The grant, they're allowing them to use the grant for something else other than what they initially applied for it. But it's pretty like there's tons of different ideas that you could mix into this, of course, but just basically making it a more travel worthy site for where they could host travel. Obviously, travel ball's like killing it right now. Little League's making a little bit of a comeback. So combine those two and you have a nice destination for, some of these travel ball teams can start hosting rather than having to go out of town all the time. So they're also looking into just basically the sum of it was to make it a more official sports and recreational facility, adding a playground, potentially some pickleball courts, walking path, and there's some water runoff issues that apparently plague the teams who currently use it. So they're trying to fix issues such as that as well. So yeah, I was shocked that I was going to give kudos there, but here, it's well deserved. I mean, I love the idea, so
Yeah.
I'm hoping he goes full steam ahead with that, and they make that place, just a better facility, and make it appear a little bit better too, and
Yep.
maybe they can add a huge net on the left side of 12, so I can quit hitting golf balls over there while they're playing.
I was thinking giant brick wall or something to help me bounce one back in. That'd be great.
Actually,
I don't need a net. I want it to bounce back.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, to put me back on the fairway.
Yep.
So,
yep.
Yeah, no, kudos though, Jeff Eggleston. I hope that I talked to Brian Hagberg a little bit about this morning, and he said that he's hoping that they do something like Du Bois has, but I've never seen Du Bois' facility. But he said it looks like a bunch of little minor league fields. So that's pretty cool. Like, yeah, it'd be badass if they could do something like that, and just that'd bring money into the county if they can start hosting tournaments and stuff. You're bringing all these teams from out of town. They're going to be staying in hotels, eating at the restaurants, the whole 9 yards. So
yep.
I think it's a great idea. Local shout out, win for the pickleballers. So we just talked about pickleball. Warren City Council approved a lease agreement for the construction of pickleball courts at Betts Park. The Warren Pickleball Club has started its intention to raise the necessary funds for the courts, of which there will be 6 to 8. They will be charged with incurring all costs related to the construction. I'm all for that, but where are they putting them? I just don't want to see the flag football field area get swept out from under us. So I'm hoping they do it down by Bocce, which I think makes the most sense.
I would hope, but
yeah,
exactly. Yep, I agree.
Yeah, I don't want the flag football field to get taken away, but since the Little Legends League has started and everything, it might not be that way, because now it's not just the adult flag football league using it, it's the kids and tackle and all that. So that's it for local shout outs. So we're going to get right into buzzing and buzzkill. Sketty, we'll start with you. What are you buzzing on this week?
What am I buzzing on this week? I don't know. I don't have a whole lot that's like I'm really like jacked up about this week. I guess member guest is coming next week. Sister and her kids are coming home for the 4th, so there's a little bit to look forward to coming up next week. But it's been kind of just a long, slow week for me. So yeah, nothing too hyped.
Right on. Maybe call me a homer. I even threw my oldest Houston Astros hat on that I could find, which I've had this since like my junior year of high school, I think. So this thing's like, if I'm afraid to pull on it, it might fall apart. But I'm buzzing on the Astros. They went into the Bronx and gave the Yankees a really good series. Yep. They split 2-2, but I mean, aside from 2 bad innings is what cost them the two losses that they incurred. They tied I can't remember if it was an MLB record or a record against the Yankees, but they held them scoreless not scoreless. They held them without a hit for 16 straight innings, including the no-hitter, and going into the finale Sunday or yesterday. They were really, really just kind of taking it to him. Colosimo says he isn't buzzing about the Conowongo Valley Country Club results.
Yeah, well, that's because I don't need to buzz about them. They're done and they're ready to go. I'll get my money Thursday.
Do you know if I want? I'm buzzing about because I haven't got an email yet.
I haven't been. Well, I told you he doesn't have access to the email. That's good work, club, to get the guy there, does the results. Yeah, I don't have access to the emails. doesn't have the contact list. I said, all right, excellent. But at least we got somebody there who's going to take care of it for us because we were going to be in a world of hurt here for member guests without him. So
That's a
good,
fair point.
good that we got somebody.
Just real quick, back to the Astros. The only other note I had is just that with as well as the Yankees have been playing this year, I wasn't sure that we would. The Astros are very young. Their pitching staff is not. I'm not completely sold on it yet, but they are playing pretty well, pitching well, hitting well. The young guys, Siri, a few others. I wasn't confident going into that series, but they showed they can hang with them, and it kind of eased my brain thinking about the future when we get to October and stuff. If they run into each other, I'm not really all that concerned. What's killing your buzz?
The internet. With the news that broke last week with the whole Roe v. Wade thing, like it just made the whole internet just unbearable to be on and just highlights the stupidity of this country and most of the people in it. And I just had to shut everything down. Couldn't even get online because there's just stupid argument after stupid argument, people arguing with each other. That was a little bit of fun. Watching people argue with each other. I did get a little kick out of that, but still nobody talking about what the actual issue is. It's just talking points on talking points for everyone, and hate it. Can't stand it. Drives me nuts. So yeah, the internet. That's my buzz kill this week.
That definitely killed some of my buzz too. But you're gonna love my buzz killer. You ready for this?
Yep.
George Kittle is killing my buzz. Advocating for 2 buys because of the huge physical toll in playing 17 games. Here's a solution, George. Be a bitch like the NBA players and ask for a load management week off, or sack up because you get paid a bunch of money. And I just don't want to hear your whining anymore.
I mean, I can partially agree with you on that. Like it is what it is. But that was the deal when they wanted the 17 game season. I think more players said, well, we need an extra bye week then. Because you know how it is. You can get hosed and have your bye week like week 5, and then you're playing however many straight weeks if you go to the playoffs.
Sure.
Like it's just kind of, like I get what I wouldn't mind seeing like a bye week and then just have like maybe one dead week in the NFL. I don't know what you do for that.
Everybody's off.
Yeah, just give everybody like week 12. There is no week 12 or something stupid like that. Just so it's, I could understand what they're saying, especially like Kittle. I mean, the guy
how much
he
does
doesn't
Kittle
just play
make?
tight end.
How much does Kittle make a year?
I think he's like right around 16. But he also
million?
but he doesn't play the game like he's not a regular tight end. He's like a left tackle / tight end. Like he's actually hitting people every play. He's not Travis Kelce out there running routes.
I haven't heard any offensive linemen complaining about an extra bye week.
Well, it's because offensive linemen don't make headlines. They wouldn't write the story if they were. There's probably people bitching about it, and the reporters are going, "Yeah, who are you? We don't care."
That's fair. Yeah, I'm not into the complaining about, because they added 1 game, you need to add a bye week. If they added 3 more games, sure, then I'd say yeah, you deserve another bye week maybe. But
well, they
get paid too much money. It's 1 game a week. It's the NBA. If you think about it, though, Go ahead.
Well, they did kind of add a game because now with only 1 bye, or only 1 team gets the bye come playoff time, extra team in the playoffs. So you can't even get a second bye week if you play well. Like you're the 2 seed. Sorry, you got to go out there and play wild card weekend too.
Well, would the Niners even be in that conversation for the second bye?
Well, but last year they wouldn't have been. This year, who knows? We'll see what happens.
All right, where are we at? Real quick, Warriors win the NBA championship, defeat the Celtics. Curry ties LeBron with 4 rings. I disagree with that. I believe LeBron has 3 rings because the bubble season, COVID bubble ring doesn't count. I'm going to make a note here for everybody who's listening, though. This will be the very first show where I actually provide a compliment to LeBron, and it'll be happening in the Things That Sting, and you will hear, that story why. But I am actually going to compliment him on something, which I've never really done that before, so I figured it'd make it a major announcement. The Avs win the Stanley Cup. I used to be a fan. I've told you this story. I think everybody who's listened to most episodes know that story. I was an Avalanche fan when I was in high school and like first couple years of
Yep.
college, but then I gave up on them. I didn't give up on them. I gave up like just watching the sport in general. So now I can't reclaim them. I've decided because that'd be bandwagonish. Because I kind of quit on them for a while. But Joe Sakic's their general manager, which I think is really cool, and he was my favorite player back in those days. See, I have evidence right here. Scott Neiswanger's in the comments, huge fan. He was there for that. He knew I owned both of their home and away jerseys. I used to wear them when we played pond hockey up at Mohawk. Yeah, like it was a real thing. I really was a fan of them, but I just can't go back. One question I'm going to pose to you: is the Stanley Cup the greatest trophy in sports?
I think easily.
Easily? Yeah, I agree.
Easily, yeah.
Yeah, I think so too. Definitely the coolest, most unique.
I mean, it's either that or the green jacket at Augusta. I don't know what else would be like the other trophies they just make more of. I mean, I guess the green jacket. I think you only technically win one green jacket, and they just present you with your old one if you get it. But I could be wrong about that. Can't remember.
Green
like
jacket,
Tiger only
jacket.
has one green jacket. Yeah. Who gives a shit? Yeah.
Who gives a shit? All right. Last thing in the buzz: PGA stealing live ideas. That didn't take long. Go ahead.
They just can't get out of their own way. It's so great. They just cannot get out of their own way. I can't. What's the guy's name? Jay Monahan. Is that the commissioner? Like
I think
they
so.
come out,
Yeah.
they announce, they come out and next year we're gonna have 8 tournaments. They're all gonna have a $20 million purse, like just added on top of the regular PGA season.
No cut.
Yeah. So basically steals their whole setup for tournaments. And then like 2 days later, he's like, we welcome good, healthy competition. And we don't feel that the LIV Golf League is good, healthy competition. Really? What are you copying them for? Like Brooks Koepka bounced and went over there. He's just pissed because he's losing all his guys. He's scrambling. He just looks like an idiot.
I posted. So I posted. I made that video for the Facebook page of Happy Gilmore. Did you see that one that I put up?
Yep.
I thought it was hilarious, but nobody else found it. Like it only got like 5 likes. I was like, man, I thought that was like the funniest video I've ever created, as far as like the caption and the video, because it's like the PGA calling Brooks, Phil, DJ, and whoever else I put on there, Bryson. I was like, after they added 8 events with huge cash purses, and it's true, they're essentially telling those guys, oh, so and if they had done this 3 years ago, we might not even be having the live conversation right now. And somebody else,
I think it's great.
I saw an amazing tweet too. Somebody put like, can somebody explain to me where the PGA just found $65 million laying around that they could just say, hey, we're gonna plug these into these tournaments real quick?
The only thing I can figure is they went out and got sponsors and said, give us the money to do this and let's compete with these guys because we're losing too much talent. And that's the only thing I can figure. It had to come from sponsors to pony up the money so that the PGA could save face a little bit. But yeah, I mean, you're just getting your ass kicked by, and the Live hasn't even done anything yet. Like they're that scared. Like the Live has no ratings. It has there's no real hype behind it. A lot of people don't like it, and you're still scrambling to keep your guys. Like it's funny to me. It's so super comical. PGA looks stupid.
If people didn't see, I did write down some of the details in my notes here. So it's 8 tournaments with greatly enhanced purses, revised field sizes for the FedEx Cup playoffs. Let's see, up to 3 no-cut limited field international events. Tours making room for up to 3 internet. Oh, I just said that. So Tours making room for up to 3 international no-cut limited field events, taking the top 50 from the final FedEx Cup and the top performers from the fall. So one quick note too, I put at the bottom, anybody who's still anti-live because it's blood money and blah, 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 prepare to park your vehicle because Biden's set to meet with them next month. And his motive of going over to meet with Saudi Arabia is to ask for an increase in the oil that they import to the United States. So, or export,
and basically said basically said they're going to forgive him for killing that journalist. Like that broke like sometime in the last 2 weeks as well. It's right after Mason Brooks went over. It's just amazing.
So if you're mad about those guys playing golf with blood money, you better not drive your car with blood oil.
Yep.
All there is to it. All right. That's it for Opening Buzz. Opening Buzz brought to you by Busch Light. Busch Light Apple now available back on the shelves. Last year they're making it. Get it wherever you purchase your adult beverages. Please drink responsibly. We're going to take a quick break. We will be back with This Week in Sports History.
Whenever you crack open a Busch Light, the mountain starts singing.
It's cold and it's smooth and it's waiting for you.
What is going on?
Hit it, Giant Kenny G.
It's so smooth.
Head for the mountains of Busch Light Beer.
Hi, this is Brian Hagberg, and I wanted to take a moment and tell you about our new website, yourdailylocal.com. Your Daily Local is your new home for news, sports, and events in Warren County and beyond. Our goal is to cover the people, places, events, and happenings that matter to you in a variety of ways, including writing, video, and audio. And the best part? All of our content is available for free. Head to yourdailylocal.com to get the news you need when you need it.
Let's take a look back at this week in sports history.
This Week in Sports History is brought to you by Your Daily Local. Visit yourdailylocal.com for the news you need when you need it. 3 Father's Day facts. We're going to get right into them. June 17th. This is a cool one, actually. These are a little bit detailed, but I'm just going to read through them. The June 17th, 1962, Jack Nicklaus beats Arnold Palmer at Oakmont, winning his first major. Nicklaus' arrival on the professional golf's major stage was a dramatic one, as the 22-year-old reigning U.S. amateur champ not only won the U.S. Open, but beat Arnold Palmer playing on his own Western PA turf in an 18-hole playoff at the height of Palmer's powers. The event launched Nicklaus, who would win 17 more majors over the ensuing 24 years, and is also credited as a seminal moment in the history of golf on television. The Golden Bear.
Yep.
That's it. One of the strongest nicknames in sports. I don't care what anybody says.
It's pretty good.
June 16th, 1996, Michael Jordan and the Bulls take down the Sonics for the NBA title. Jordan and the Bulls would twice hoist the Larry O'Brien Trophy on Father's Day, also doing so in 93 against the Suns. But the win over Seattle had resonance for Jordan, who won his first title since the murder of his father, James. After sealing the championship with an 87-75 victory in Game 6 at the United Center, Jordan, who had 22 points, was photographed face down, sobbing on the floor in the Bulls locker room. The Bulls would go on to defend their title in 97-98. So, again, remember, all these facts are things that took place on Father's Day, actually on Father's Day. June 18th, 2000, that's the last one. Tiger Woods wins the U.S. Open by 15 strokes. Never before and never since has a single player dominated a major field the way Woods dominated the 2000 U.S. Open at Pebble Beach. Opening his Sunday round.
Do you have this?
What?
Oh, I was going to say, do you have the stat? Because I think he was the only guy who finished under par, if I remember right.
Let me see what the rest of this says. Opening his Sunday round with a 10-shot lead over Ernie Els, Woods shot a final round and tournament best 67 on the final day, shooting -12 for the tournament and becoming the first player in U.S. Open history to finish double digits under par. The major win was the third for the 25-year-old Woods, who would go on to claim victories at the British Open and PGA Championship in the 2000 season. So it doesn't say, but you think he was the only one under par?
He won by 15, right?
Yeah.
Is that what it said? Quick math. That's +3 was the next closest guy.
He won by 15
12 under.
strokes. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, finished 12 under,
quick
won by
math.
15. Quick math, +3.
That's pretty damn good. And that's why he is the GOAT of GOATs.
It is. Yeah, it is. So I threw a bonus fact in here. This did not necessarily happen on Father's Day, but I thought it was important to note that 18 years ago, from, within this past 2 weeks, I can't remember the exact day, but 18 years ago, the Globo Gym Purple Cobras blew a 4-man advantage against Average Joe's Gym in the American Dodgeball Association of America tournament. So what was Vince Vaughn character's name?
I can't remember.
I feel like I watch that all the time. It's on Comedy Central all the time. But my favorite character is definitely Patches O'Houlihan.
If you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball.
If you can dodge traffic, he's great. It's necessary. That's Ryan Thompson, my buddy from college. We used to say that to each other all the time, just out of nowhere. Like I'd just walk into a room and he'd be sitting there and I'd go, necessary for me to drink my own urine? Probably not. It's a great movie.
It's sterile, and I like the taste.
All right. That's it for this week in sports history. It's brought to you by Your Daily Local. Visit yourdailylocal.com for the news you need when you need it. We do not have a Sketty on this week. I'm sure something will upset him over the 4th of July, and he will have something to rant about next week. So we're going to take a break, and we will be right back into the things that sting.
Jones Pest Control, your hometown pest control company servicing residential and commercial properties in Warren and surrounding areas since 2015. Sean and his crew will work tirelessly to keep your home or business free of insects to rodents and everything in between. Contact Jones Pest Control at 814-230-9548 and set up an appointment today. And remember, ants, spiders, bees, or mice, don't think twice. Call Jones Pest Control, 814-230-9548.
Checkout means sales and services with 2 locations on Warren's East Side. Their garage at 800 Lexington Avenue not only services cars sold by Means, but has knowledgeable staff and modern state-of-the-art equipment waiting to serve their hometown of Warren. Whatever you need, including alignments, tires, brakes, yearly or enhanced PA inspections, oil changes, and much more. Make your appointment today at 814-723-7191, extension 2.
It's now time for the things that sting. The worst stories in sports, according to Joe.
This edition of the Things That Stings, powered by Jones Pest Control. Ants, spiders, bees, or mice, don't think twice. Call Jones Pest Control at 814-230-9548. Also, shout out JP Photography, since we didn't get to play their commercial this week because there's no Sketty on. So check out his website. He's the best photographer in the history of the sport. JohnPhilPhotography.com. JON PhilPhotography.com. Check him out. Okay. We are in Things That Sting. A lot to get through, so I'm going to get moving on that. Deshaun Watson, we might as well rename this segment after him. Settled 20 of 24 lawsuits. So a lot of people, I like reading the comment sections on those things because everybody's like, see, he didn't do anything. The lawsuits were settled.
Because once they don't understand. Internet, man. So I can't stand it.
I will pose the question. I'll pose the question. What does that mean? He settled 20 of 24 lawsuits. What does that mean? What it means is that the case will not be heard in front of a judge, and that the money that they were seeking was settled. They negotiate. That's how these things go, so that a civil trial does not have to take place. That's the purpose of a settlement. It does not mean Watson didn't do anything. It means that they were seeking, this is hypothetical numbers. They're seeking $5 million. He offers them $3.5 million. They say, okay, that's it.
Yep.
And then there's no trial where details get spilled out to, the court, a jury, a judge, everybody, yada, yada. So that's what that means. Tomorrow, big day. His disciplinary hearing is set for tomorrow with the NFL. Former federal judge Sue Robinson, who is the disciplinary officer, will be hearing the testimony during that. It has been breaking for like the last week that the NFL plans on pursuing a big suspension. I'm leaning that they're gonna aim for Trevor Bauer 2 seasons.
I've heard. I think the big rumor right now is indefinite with at least 1 season is the way I've heard it phrased. That's
correct. That's what I've heard too. But that's what I think that's what my thoughts are on it, is if they can squeeze 2 years out of it, they will then lift his indefinite suspension and make him eligible. That's what I think they're going to try for.
The NFL is just so goofy about this stuff. I still think, I've thought all along it's going to be a 1 season suspension.
Same.
Wouldn't surprise me if they say indefinite, give him the year. These cases kind of he settles the last few cases and then they lift it going in. Like, it's just hard for me to see him missing 2 full seasons. Season plus a couple games, maybe. Still feel like 1 season's kind of like the sweet spot for this thing. Like what they're gonna do. I should say, not the sweet spot, because if he did this stuff, 2 seasons isn't enough.
Okay, so
but yeah, it's gonna be big.
Also, with this, whenever the suspension gets handed down, which they said it could be announced as soon as this week, could be as late as the start of training camp, which is just like 2 weeks away, 3 weeks away.
Yeah.
Watson can appeal the decision by Judge Sue Robinson. However, if he does appeal it, it is then heard by Goodell or whoever he appoints.
Great.
So with that said, the NFL can actually appeal if it's less than a full season suspension. Then the NFL can appeal and have it heard again or something. I think they didn't get into the details of that. What's that?
Yeah, Goodell can say actually it is 2 seasons. Sorry.
Yeah, sorry, Sue.
Yeah.
Wrong. All right, on to the next. This is pretty wild too. The Griner stuff still happening. WNBA star Brittany Griner tried to call her wife nearly a dozen times through an American embassy in Russia on the couple's 4th anniversary, which was like 2 Saturdays ago now. But the call was never connected since the phone line at the embassy was not staffed. Sherelle Griner, the wife of Brittany, believed at first it was Russian authorities thwarting the call, but later found that the desk in which the phone rang to was unstaffed by the United States. So the State Department said Monday that we deeply regret that Brittany Griner was unable to speak with her wife because of a logistical error. The department reiterated that it has no higher priority than the safety of Americans overseas and that it remains in regular contact with families of hostages and wrongful detainees. Sherelle Griner, quote, "I find it unacceptable that I have zero trust in our government right now." Welcome to the team, Sherelle. Welcome
no
aboard.
kidding.
First time.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I can't trust you to catch a Saturday call outside of business hours, how can I trust you to actually be negotiating on my wife's behalf to come home? Because that's a much bigger ask than to catch a Saturday call. So more news on Griner. She appeared in court today, and this is her preliminary hearing. I'll add. Okay, so to give you some just a scale to go off of for how this works, like in Pennsylvania. So this was her preliminary hearing. She's been detained since late February. In Pennsylvania, as far as the rules of criminal procedure go, a preliminary hearing needs to be held 3 to 10 days after a preliminary arraignment. So it's your 6th Amendment right to speedy trial stuff. So obviously they go by a different book of rules, but to just give you an example of what it would be like in the United States. So it's pretty wild. And it's glaringly obvious to me that they aren't really interested in whatever she did wrong. It's just the hype that it's creating, and political as all hell.
Yep.
So her trial date has been set for July 1st. Now, with that said, I just noted that they just had the prelim, and now the trial date's July 1st, which is like next week. or this week, later this week.
This week, yes.
So
Friday.
much faster than the United States when it comes to that piece. Because usually you have your prelim, you might have a trial, 6, 7, 8 months later, maybe more.
Yeah.
So pretty fast in that regard. So now I also read that she could face 10 years in prison if convicted on charges of large-scale transportation of drugs. So why this is being thrown out there is puzzling to me, unless she had a whole hell of a lot more.
Yeah, I thought it was a vape
with
pen.
her. Yeah, I don't know, but was there 100 of them? Like,
maybe that's large scale in Russia.
Yeah, I don't know. And that's something I couldn't find any details on, but I did find this. Fewer than 1% of defendants in Russia in Russian criminal cases are acquitted. And unlike the U.S., acquittals, listen to this, acquittals can be overturned. So Deshaun Watson,
Roger
Goodell, yeah. He says, nope, just kidding, Sue, you're wrong. This is what he's getting. Apparently in Russia, if you get found not guilty, they can just be like, nope, definitely guilty. And that's so holy shit, man. What a world. But yeah, it's really not all that surprising to me that there's not more efforts being done to get her back. They are dragging their feet on a lot of issues. I'm sure this one isn't even in their top 10, sadly. Number 3, Bears linebacker Matt Adams arrested, charged with misdemeanor firearm possession and cited for having a high-capacity magazine and metal-piercing bullets, according to Chicago police. Adams was arrested at approximately 6:46 p.m. in the 200 block of North Garland Court in Chicago. According to a summary of the charges, police searched Adams' vehicle and found him to be in possession of a high-capacity magazine within the city limits of Chicago, which is a municipal code violation. Authorities also said they recovered a weapon. So, Chicago's gun laws seem like they're working, right? No, 24 shot, 5 killed, including a 5-month-old just over the weekend. So those strict gun laws are surely just hammering everything down. But at least they got Matt Adams and his pistol with a high-capacity magazine. Montreal Herald arrested. This is kind of Did you see this?
Yeah, he got busted with a little bit.
Yeah, but I have a point to be made on this one. So he gets felony drug charges in Kentucky after being caught with 3 pounds of marijuana found in a car he was driving. According to Madison County, Kentucky court records, Harrell was scheduled to be arraigned at 9 a.m. Monday to answer to a traffic citation. Harrell, 28, was pulled over by the Kentucky State Trooper at 9:58 a.m. on May 12th while traveling southbound on I-75 for following a vehicle in front of him too closely. Trooper Jesse Owens stated that upon the stop, observed the odor of marijuana from the silver 2020 Honda Pilot that Harrell was driving. According to the citation, Owens wrote in the report, admitted to being in possession of marijuana and produced a small amount from his sweatpants. During the subsequent search of the vehicle, which the report states Harrell claims was a rental vehicle, 3 pounds of marijuana in vacuum-sealed bags were found in a backpack in the back seat. He's been charged with trafficking less than 5 pounds of marijuana. So his attorney comes out, obviously says what attorneys say. He wasn't even driving the car, and he never trafficked anything. Here's my point with this, because I feel very loosely on marijuana laws. It's just my personal opinion on things. There's worse stuff out there. But if you're somebody who smokes weed and you're rich, like he is, wouldn't you buy it in bulk? Like you're not just gonna go buy like a
Walmart
quarter or something like that. Like you're not like, yo, I'm a millionaire, but let me get an 1/8 of weed.
Yeah, load up, get it cheaper, less chance to get busted because you're not going down the block every day. Yeah,
I'm not imagining Harrell as a drug trafficker. I would argue that
he's smoking all that.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking, because he makes enough money that's not going to get him like that's not supplementing his income, right? So, but with that said, kind of hinky. He's in a rental vehicle. I don't know the full story on it, but I can tell you that a large quantity of drug traffickers are busted in rentals because it's cleaner for them to not have a car in their name. Harder to identify if you're traveling behind them, etc. So, that's what we got there. I'm going to do the rundown real quick. 10 stories, but I'm going to fly through them, and then we're going to get Ty in here. Do you have to go after this?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to. Yeah, I gotta go lock.
All right, that's okay. I'll take on Ty by myself. I'm not afraid of him. Where's my rock music? Here we go. In the rundown, Vince McMahon stepping back from CEO of WWE, alleged he paid $3 million in hush money to a paralegal that they hired for the company. He will resume his duties once the investigation's done. He's kind of saying the right thing, doing everything. He's like, whatever happens, happens. I'm here. I'm cooperating, blah, blah, blah. So $3 million in hush money to cover up an affair to a paralegal who he had hired. Darius Lee, a senior at Houston Baptist University in Texas, and 8 other people were wounded Monday in an early morning shooting at a gathering in Harlem. Mass shooting. Did you hear anything about this?
Nope. Wonder why.
Yeah. New York City. The New York Daily News reported that the gathering was at a cookout organized by Harlem rapper Rich Reimer, who posted invitations on his Instagram account. He noted that his 2 prior cookouts had been free of violence and wrote, "Let's go for a three-peat." What? You
come on,
are. It's like noteworthy that you've had 2 cookouts in 2 consecutive years where there was no violence. You can't get through a cookout without violence. What is happening?
Yeah, that's. Yep.
All right, number 3. This is just the dumbest quote I've ever heard in my life. By 2026, this is a quote. By 2026, soccer will be the #1 sport in North America. This is said by Gianni Infantino. No, incorrect.
Doubtful.
Yeah, highly doubtful. Thanks for
Never
throwing it out there, though.
Doubtful.
We'll talk to you in 4 years, and we'll call you stupid then too. Number 4, former NBA player and Purdue Boilermaker standout Caleb Swanigan has died. He was 25. Swanigan died Monday night. The Allen County Coroner's Office saying he died of natural causes at a Fort Wayne, Indiana hospital. Swanigan was a standout sophomore campaign at Purdue and was named the Big Ten Player of the Year and was a consensus first-team All-American. So if you look into this, within a year, he gained like 200 and some odd pounds.
Oh,
he
yeah.
had like an obesity issue. And actually, I saw a thing with Damon Lillard, like kind of teeing off on some people who were ripping on him online. And I can appreciate that because that's, people shouldn't be running their mouths, especially about somebody who just passed away. But that's it's sad. There's a lot of death in this week's Things That Sting, unfortunately. Baltimore Ravens linebacker Jalen Ferguson is suspected to have died of an accidental overdose. A source with knowledge of the Baltimore police's investigation into Ferguson's death has said. Ferguson was selected by Baltimore at number 85 overall in the 3rd round of the 2019 NFL draft and has participated in all the Ravens practices this offseason prior to his death. So another young athlete, and it's a suspected accidental overdose. This is based off of evidence that they found at the scene. Number 6, Tony Saragusa. This is a sad one, obviously. The Toms River Police Department tells us officers were dispatched to a home on Barrier Island in the beach section of town at around 11:45 a.m. After receiving a call about CPR in progress. Cops say Saragusa was pronounced dead on the scene shortly after officers and EMS arrived. He was 55 years old. So that was a sad one. He hadn't been a sideline guy in a while, but he was a great sideline guy.
Yeah, I always like Goose. Yep.
He was fun. So number 7, just simply one sentence. People are apparently allowing Pac-Man Jones to adopt children.
Hey,
what?
You never know. He turned his life around.
He hasn't. He spoke at he was a rookie symposium speaker for a long time, telling people on what they shouldn't be doing with their money, and then turned around and got arrested again a couple of years after that.
I didn't think he got arrested that much. I thought he was just blowing a bunch of money on strippers.
Oh, no, he's next week. That'll be on the list. We'll
through cover it. Yeah, all right, we'll cover it. All right,
Man Jones.
All right.
Remind me. Number 8. I told you I was going to compliment LeBron. So I talk mad shit on LeBron all the time. I think you do too. It's kind of a thing on the show. We just do that. That's what we do. We don't like him.
Yep.
However, one thing we've never said about LeBron James is that he's a bad basketball player, right?
No,
because we would never say that.
Overrated.
Because we would be incredibly wrong. He's really, really good at basketball. Really
good.
Yeah. He's one of the best who have ever played. We will never dispute that. Yeah. We just don't like him as the idiot that he is. However, Benedict Mathurin, a Canadian rookie who just got drafted, I can't remember who it was, I think the Pacers maybe. This is a quote of his. A lot of people say he's great. I want to see how great he is. I don't think anybody is better than me. He's going to have to show me he's better than me. So this rookie just said this about LeBron James. Just got drafted. Hasn't even played an NBA game yet.
LeBron will probably team up with him. If you just said that to MJ, he would have just been like, all right, and then buried you. I don't think LeBron will do that.
Very fair points. He will probably try and sign with the Pacers now.
I've been rewatching The Last Dance, so I'm a little hyped up on the whole issue. You don't want to get me going right now.
All right, Vince Carter, number 9. We got 2 more to go. Vince Carter had $100,000 stolen in a burglary from his home. I mean, I don't know details of it. Couldn't find any, but why do you have that much cash at your house? If you do, you should have it buried in a wall where nobody will ever see it. A big painting over top of it with a safe behind it.
The old safe.
10 combinations. Read your eyeball. It's the only way you can open it.
Maybe he had that, and that's where the robbers knew to look, because we knew that's where it should be. He's like just moving paintings at the house. He found it.
Yep, very good point. Last one, but not least, Bryce Harper drilled it in the hand by a 97-mile-an-hour fastball, okay? And his quote is saying, I kind of wish it hit me in the face. I don't break bones in my face. I think I could take 98 to the face, but not 97 to the thumb. Spoken like a person who's never been punched before. So very, very clear. Bryce Harper's never been in a fight in his life, except for like the kind of bullshit on the field stuff. Yeah. However, there was a good one yesterday with the Angels and the Mariners. I will throw that out there. You get benches clearing a lot, but that was a melee and it was pretty sweet.
Yep.
So that's it. That's the rundown. Yep. Next week, Pac-Man Jones. I have to remember that. You have to remind me because I'll forget.
I'll text it to you right now.
Yeah, do that so I can
we'll keep it in the thread.
Yeah, we got to remember to do that for sure. Because I think we can make a whole segment out of that too. Just what he's done.
Yep,
so
we could.
All right. Jones Pest Control powers this segment. Ants, spiders, bees, or mice. Don't think twice. Call Jones Pest Control at 814-230-9548. Sketty, we will see you. Well, I'll see you Thursday at golf. But the listeners and the people who love looking at your beautiful face and mustache every week, they will see you.
It's not many.
It's less than you probably think it is. Yeah. Probably less.
Yeah.
All right. We're gonna take a break. We're gonna get Ty Bryan in here, and then we will go on to just doing his interview. Sketty, we'll see you next week.
Yep. Hope Ty gives you a hard time.
He will. He definitely will. Blue Line Auto, located at 1606 Pennsylvania Avenue East in Warren, is locally owned and operated and is a family-run business specializing in vehicle sales and service. They offer state and safety inspections and general car repairs, including but not limited to brakes and rotors, tires, oil changes, batteries, starters, and alternators. They also offer vehicle undercoating prior to winter to help keep your vehicle protected. Currently, their hours are Monday through Wednesday, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m., and Thursday and Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Call them today to schedule your next appointment at 814-230-9061. Your safety is their goal.
Hi, this is Ryan Klein, the host of the new pop culture podcast, Me, Myself, and Rye. You can find me on Spotify, iTunes, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and several other platforms. Special guests, breakaway shows, bonus episodes, cold beers, and a whole lot more. So what are you guys and gals waiting for? Subscribe now to the Me, Myself, and Rye podcast on Spotify or wherever it is that you get your shows and start listening today.
My High, Joe and Sketty's very own world of sports.
My Hive is presented by Blue Line Auto. For all your automotive needs, call Blue Line Auto at 814-230-9061 or stop in at 1606 Pennsylvania Avenue East in Warren. Ty, can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right. Post-game press conference time. Everybody welcome Ty Bryan. He is you just muted yourself, buddy. There you go. You muted yourself. Did you click something?
Yeah, I pressed mute.
All right, don't do that. We want to hear that beautiful voice. That's why we brought you on here, right?
Yeah.
All right,
Before we start the interview, every
Yep.
time you swear is one push-up on air.
Okay.
So I've been watching for about 30 minutes, and you already have 4.
4? So I owe you 4 push-ups?
4. Yeah.
Is that's the deal?
Yeah, it's a deal.
Okay, so I owe you 4 push-ups, but I thought that the deal initially was when you came on, actually on the show. So I thought that I had a free pass for the last segment, but I appreciate you keeping me honest. There's nothing wrong with that. All right, Ty. So we'll get to the push-ups, but first we got to talk about this is a post-game press conference, right?
Yeah.
All right. So what happened tonight? Tell me what happened out there. Where'd you play? Betts Jackson?
Yeah, we played on Betts against Potter McKean.
Okay.
And
what was the score?
We beat them 21-0.
Wow. So not a very close matchup, was it?
No, I pitched the whole game.
You did? How many strikeouts did you have?
I had 8 out of the 9 because we mercied them in the 3rd inning.
So you struck out 8 of 9 batters?
Yeah.
How did the other guy get out?
I think it was a ground out.
Ground out? So did you throw a no-hitter?
No.
Somebody got a hit off you?
I think 1 or 2.
1 or 2 hits? Okay, that's still a good game, though, right? You mercy ruled them. So when do you play again?
I'm not sure.
Do you know who you'll be playing? Ty, do you know who you'll be playing?
The first. No.
July 1st? Is that what your dad said?
Yeah.
Okay, so July 1st. So you get 4 days rest, and then you're back out there. Do you think will you be pitching again?
Yeah.
Okay.
I know. I heard you.
All right, so tell me more about the game tonight. How'd you hit?
I went 1 for 2. I had a walk, a single, and a line out.
Line out? Okay. But the team sounds like everybody was hitting well, everything well-oiled machine. Is that what you guys are?
Yeah.
Tell me any other highlights about the game you want to talk about? Because we've talked about you on here before. Have you heard that? Has your dad let you listen to that?
I think like one other time.
Okay, because we call you the strikeout goat because you just strike everybody out. You're the greatest of all time at strikeouts in Little League, right?
Yeah, I think my mom showed me that on Facebook or something.
So yeah, we like to give people GOAT titles, and if they're the GOAT, it's a high honor. So you're the second GOAT nickname that we've given out. So what team did you play for during the Little League season?
What do you mean, the first game of Ulcers?
No. Your regular team that you played on throughout summer before All Stars started. What was your team called?
We didn't name it.
You didn't have something on your shirt or anything?
No, we were just sponsored by the Moose.
So you're the Moose Club?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's your team. That'd be your team name then. Yeah, you're the Moose Club. So
yeah.
Did any of your teammates make All Stars with you?
Yeah, Reed Fitzgerald.
Is he the only one?
I think that's it. Yeah, he caught for me 1 inning today.
Oh, was he your catcher during the regular season?
Yeah.
That's good. So you guys kind of have a chemistry then, because you've worked together before, right?
Yeah.
All right. So baseball's you're going through baseball right now. What comes during the fall?
We start football in a couple weeks.
You actually start that in a
But we
couple
still
weeks?
have, yeah. But we have, I play travel ball, and we have two upcoming tournaments, and then we have playoffs after that.
What's your travel ball team?
The Gladiators in Lakewood.
Oh, it's out of Lakewood. Do you play your tournaments in New York, or are they in Pennsylvania?
Well, some of them are in New York. I think the ones we've played so far are all in Pennsylvania, though.
Oh, okay, so you guys play in both places. That's cool. And is it like a league then? So you said there's playoffs for it? How does that work?
Yeah, it's just a huge bracket. Everybody makes playoffs, and it's single elimination.
Okay. So what's your team's record for that right now?
We haven't started playoffs.
No, I mean do you play these same teams now and then you play them again in the playoffs, or is that different?
Yeah.
Are you playing pretty well against them?
Yeah, we're all right.
So, but are you winning games 21-0, or are they a little closer?
Well, we're 3-6.
3-6, okay. So you're all right. Everybody makes the playoffs. That's all that matters, right?
Yeah.
If you get hot at the right time, anything can happen. So what about football that you have coming up? Talk about that a little bit.
I don't know. I think I'm gonna be the starting QB.
You're gonna play QB this year?
Yeah.
You're in pads, right? You're playing tackle?
Yeah, we're in a travel league.
Oh yeah, that's right. So that changed. I'll have to talk to Nick about that actually, and have your dad and have him on to talk about that, because you're gonna be playing where? Union City?
Yeah, we're like all over Pennsylvania, I think.
Oh, okay. All right. What's your team called for that? Do you know?
We're the Warren Hogs.
Warren Hogs?
Yeah.
I like it. What colors do you wear?
We're black pants, black jerseys, and red outlines.
Do you guys sell T-shirts?
Maybe. I don't know.
You gotta find out, because I want a Warren Hogs T-shirt for sure.
Yeah.
I'll buy one. What number do you wear? Wait, what number are you wearing right now? Are you wearing number 9?
Yeah.
That's the number I wore when I played ball. Was number 9. It's a good number. Is that what you wear for football?
I'm usually 17.
Because of Josh Allen?
No.
It's okay if it's because of Josh Allen. You can admit that even if your dad's standing right there. I know that the Browns fan base that you guys are might not appreciate that, but you like Josh Allen a little bit, don't you?
No.
You don't? You a Baker guy? You like Baker?
We don't have Baker.
Well, he's not gone yet. You never know. But you're a pretty big Browns fan. What's your expectations for the Browns this year? You think they're going to be pretty good?
I hope they have a winning record. I think they're better now with the better QB.
Well, he might not be playing though, so that we'll find out maybe this week if he's going to be playing or not. But yeah, they got a pretty good team, but that's a tough division they're in too. So with the Bengals and the Steelers and Ravens, right?
Yeah.
All right. So, all right, Ty, before I let you go,
Yeah?
your next game's July 1st, so I got to make some notes because we're going to need updates on what's going on with All-Stars. So you'll be able to come back on and give me the rundown of the next game too? Is that you going to be able to do that?
Yeah, I hope if we have time.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. I mean, even if we have to record it before the live show and then I can just play it on the live show, we can do that too. That's possible. So we'll figure it out. But so you play Friday, July 1st is your next game. How much time off do you need? Are you allowed to pitch this next game, or do you have to sit a little bit longer?
No, I was allowed 65, and I only threw 57, so I can still pitch next game.
And want to talk about these things right here. And if you do, because you didn't reach 65 pitches tonight, you can throw up to 65 on Friday?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, anything else you want to add before we get you out of here?
Let's talk about my Little League strikeout streaks.
Okay, yeah, let's hear it.
Yeah.
Because that's what we talked about. I mean, I know there are some high numbers, so throw them out there.
Yeah, so at the beginning of the season, we got 21 straight strikeouts in a row.
It's unbelievable.
Then I got 22 straight after I gave up a hit to Keegan Weisinger, which was my catcher for 2 innings today.
Okay, so he's an all-star. So at least it's the all-stars who are hitting off you.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I got 25 straight strikeouts.
When did that streak end?
I think last game, actually.
Okay, so you went 21, 22, and then 25. So you just keep breaking your own record.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
But then at the end, it was just one game. I only got 16 strikeouts in a row.
16 in one game?
Yeah.
That's pretty solid. I mean, how many innings do you guys play? 6?
I forgot. I think, yeah, 6.
6-inning games. Right? So, yeah, that's 18 batters. Did you win that game, I take it? I would assume you won that game?
Yeah.
All right. Anything else you want to add before I let you go, buddy?
No.
All right, Ty, thanks for coming on. Did you have fun?
Yeah.
You gonna do it again then? Sometime?
Yeah.
All right, we'll have you on. You keep us posted on what you guys are doing, and if you get let me have your dad text me where that game's at. If it's local, I'll try and get to it. I'd like to watch you play. So I think everybody, after they hear, all these streaks you're striking everybody out, they probably want to come watch you too. So maybe we can get you a good crowd there and support you and your team, and hopefully you guys just keep winning, right?
Yeah.
All right, buddy.
2-0 on the season for All-Stars.
2-0 for All-Stars, right? Yeah. Do you know how many games you have to play or no?
We're guaranteed 2 more.
Because is it double elimination?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're sitting pretty good right now then.
Yeah.
All right. Well, hey, keep it up. Do you want to say hi to any of your teammates or anything like that before you get off here?
Shout out to John Papaleo.
Okay.
And you also need to do your 4 push-ups while it's on air, or you can send it to my dad sometime.
All right, I'll do them. You're not going to be able to see me, though. I can't move the camera, so I'm going to do them right here. I'll move this table back. All right, hold on. I'll do them right now.
You can't out loud. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. All right.
You said 4, right?
Yeah.
All right. I think I got them all.
Yeah.
It's a good thing you didn't start listening earlier.
Yeah.
I might still be laying on the floor and you'll be calling for help for me, huh?
Yeah.
All right, buddy. Hey, thanks for coming on, and we'll talk to you soon, okay?
Okay.
All right, Ty Bryan, everybody. Thanks, Ty, for coming on. It was awesome having you, hearing how your night went. Seems pretty successful, a 21-0 victory. So Sketty's gone, so it's just me, so I'm going to wrap it up. Going to give a shout-out to the sponsors, Swing Juice, Busch Light, Your Daily Local, JP Photography, Mean Sales and Service, Jones Pest Control, the Me, Myself, and Ride podcast, and Blue Line Auto. Thank you, everybody who tuned in, listened, came into the comments. We love hearing from you. Makes the show go a lot smoother when we have some conversation to be had with the folks in the comment section. So till next week, take care. Be safe.